Sykes misfires on a long jumper. Santa Cruz leads the D-League in assists at 24.4 per. Hobson, a guy who knows how to dish him out.
Averaging 5 per game this year. Elliott Williams averaging 5.5. Playmakers.
Step back for Elliott is good.
Just so effortless. And here's a steal in the backcourt.
And Juwan Staten comes up with it. Great start for the Sea-Dubs.
Well, Austin hasn't played in a week, and they're without Bryce Cotton. This was going to be an adjustment for them big time.
Udofia down the lane. He finishes at the rack, and Udofia has a field goal. It's a touchdown lead for Santa Cruz.
Not calling timeout, wants to let his guys play through it.
Sykes out of Cleveland State, throws it down south to the Chicago Bull, who gives it back to Sykes. BAIRSTOW to Sykes, and it's 7-2. Austin, its first bucket of the game. Or working baseline, muscles up off the glass, and an 12 inches to the Senegalese product. Plays college ball at St. Bonaventure. Didn't start playing until he was 17. So a project he is. Too strong for BAIRSTOW. His first field goal, he has 3.
It's as if he knew he was going to shoot that right when the ball was being delivered to him. He felt his man was off of him, and now when he takes that shot and he shows the defense he can make it, now they have to respect that, and he should be able to get to the rim.
BAIRSTOW underneath the bucket, out to Eddie, so dangerous. So it's BAIRSTOW, Sykes, Eddie, Johnson, and Lalane for the Spurs. Here's Orlando Johnson, local product. Plays high school ball in Salinas.
Palma High School.
Grew up in Monterey. Nice spin baseline, but Orton with the rejection off BAIRSTOW. Williams, left wing with it, draws 2. He'll dish it out. Staten, a dribbling display for Orton.
Can't have if you're Santa Cruz. That's the second wide open corner 3 for Jarrell Eddie. He missed his first, but a guy who can shoot it like that, he should never be that open.
He had 35 points in that Game 2 victory in the semis last year.
7 for 11 from beyond the arc.
It's Udofia getting blocked by Lalane there, the rim protector. Sykes for BAIRSTOW. He can shoot, puts it on the floor instead. Nice spin move and drills it.
Pretty agile for a big man.
20 games of NBA experience over 1+ seasons with the Chicago Bulls, a flex assignee to Austin. Staten from 18, in and out.
Of course, next year Chicago will not be using the flex assignment rule.
The Hoffman Estates Bulls, perhaps. That's where they'll be playing the new D-League team. Jarrell Eddie with 5 points.
It's awesome. They're letting the fans partake and vote for the mascot for that team.
Udofia off the great feed, and he lays it in. Udofia, Bulls naming that team contest. It has to have Bulls in it. So it'll be interesting. Thought it was going to be between him and Chris Babb, but then Ian Clark played his way into that 15th spot. Open look for Orton, rattles out, no good.
He was
former Santa Cruz Warrior, now with the Sacramento Kings. Sykes splits the double, still with the handle, out to BAIRSTOW. Cameron puts it on the floor. 7 to shoot for Austin. BAIRSTOW back to the basket. Nice spin move, goes up, gets rejected by Orton. And here comes Elliott on the fast break. Euro step, floats it up and takes the contact. He'll shoot 2.
Guilty of the infraction, and it saved a layup.
Sykes to BAIRSTOW. He's had a couple of nice moves thus far. Face up Jay, not there that time. Udofia high for the rebound. Staten probing, angling right to the rack, off the glass, no, tipped up. Ndoye wins the battle on the board.
Around to go box out the big man. And so Sykes had an open line of sight to the rim.
10-4 spurt to start the second for the Spurs. Down low, Orton puts it down.
He sure likes dunking that basketball hard.
Oh, he does.
He takes any frustration out on that rim.
He has 7. BAIRSTOW straight on 3. Not there. And a foul. That is on
with Orton having just 2 fouls.
That'll be interesting to see as this second quarter progresses for sure, given Orton's foul troubles so far this year.
If I'm Casey Hill, I put Daniel Orton back in the game with a couple minutes to go in the half, because you want him to try to learn how to play through some foul trouble.
Tipped up, no good for BAIRSTOW off the Sykes lay-in, but Johnson missed the first free throw. 2-year NBA veteran. Goes 0 for 2 from the line. BAIRSTOW fights everyone to get the rears down low for the bucket. And BAIRSTOW now with 4.
Well, you know BAIRSTOW is going to play with a lot of energy and not playing a lot for the Chicago Bulls. And there he gives Darrington Hobson a little pop, although I think Hobson...
Well, they just missed each other at New Mexico. BAIRSTOW started 2010-11. Hobson finished up 09-010. So potentially, if BAIRSTOW was on a recruiting visit, might have played together, some pickup. 3 to shoot for Williams. Screen from Udofia. Does he realize he didn't have a whole lot of time? The answer is no, as he tried to 10 days. 4th year with time in the D-League for him. Here's Hobson. Vereen back in the game for Santa Cruz. Floater, no from Hobson. Tip in, not quite for Udofia. And the rebound wrestled away by Deshaun Thomas. Johnson, the in and out dribble, stops at the block. Over to BAIRSTOW, kind of fell into his lap. Beautiful offensive rebound. Orlando Johnson with the lefty finish.
Austin is just outworking Santa Cruz, and ever since Daniel Orton went to the bench, and what do you know, he pops up off the bench and he's coming back in because Austin is punishing Santa Cruz with second chance points in the last couple minutes.
Santa Cruz led the D-League in rebounding percentage coming into this game, but getting beaten on the glass here as of late. Hobson, beautiful move to the hoop. Can't float it home, however, from 13. Good outlet to Johnson. That's a goaltend. No, Johnson gets it back. Well, they get
7 offensive rebounds for Austin, and they are just playing like the more determined team. They're playing like the team that wants to stay undefeated.
4-0 right now. A couple of other undefeated sides. Westchester and Iowa straight on 3 short for Verdell, who tracks down his own miss. Jones dumps it down low. Udofia escorts it home. 6 for Udofia, the Denver Pioneer. 4 years there. McCamey with it. Played his college ball at Illinois. Johnson to BAIRSTOW. 1 dribble.
Transition points for Austin. Santa Cruz misses the layup, and that was a 3-on-1, really 3-on-1.5.
1.5 men back for Santa
And yes,
Cruz.
that is a term that college coaches like to use.
Orton fouled by BAIRSTOW, reaching in. By Johnson and Eddy for Austin. For Santa Cruz, it's the starting 5 of Orton, Staten, Udofia, Williams, and Hobson. This shot blocked by Orton. Got back by BAIRSTOW in another block shot. And Orton now with 5 block shots. The record for a Santa Cruz Warrior is 7. James Michael McAdoo. EW uniform. Pretty soon, Drew, I'll have to change the record book.
You might have to.
For blocks, because the top 10, none of them are active players.
You don't see many guys his size be able to slide their feet in front of a little quick point guard and just take the basketball away.
Hobson has 2 on him. Kicks it to Staten. Wide open Williams for 3. In and out. Good look. Good ball movement for Santa Cruz. Shot just didn't fall. And here's Sykes. BAIRSTOW driving left. Dishes out. Johnson a 3. That's just a tad strong. The rebound for Orton. State, beautiful bounce pass. Hobson goes second side, but put back up and in by Elliott. We'll have 7 rebounds now after that Eddy missed to go along with 3 dimes. And he's looking for assist number 4, but Orton can't finish in traffic. 6-point game, still about 2 minutes in to the second half. BAIRSTOW down low. Endoy had it poked away by Orton. Numbers for Santa Cruz. It's Staten off the glass. No, but the put-back throwdown for Chris. And he has 6. Three is good for Orlando Johnson the other way. Shot of the game that falls through.
I was watching Williams come back down the floor, and he should have turned around right when he crossed half court to locate Eddie, and Eddie just sprinted right behind him, caught it, didn't even think about it. That's what we were talking about when we said
Udofia manning the Austin offense. He was just activated as a result of the cotton trickle-down effect when one guy gets called up. Some guy takes his spot in the starting line. Another one takes his place as a backup. Udofia had some success with the Delaware 87ers 2 years ago. This is Dimitri McKamey, who had success in the D-League 3 years ago, but he misfires on that left wing attempt.
And the Warriors bailed out. That was just beautiful ball movement by Austin. Just tic-tac-toe around the perimeter until they got a wide open look.
Jawan Staten's first three in all 6 games this season. McKamey, shot fake to Thomas. Good ball movement around the perimeter.
The ball is not sticking at all.
But BAIRSTOW couldn't hold on to that one. And a chance for Santa Cruz to reclaim the edge. Staten going to work, lobs it up. Extra pass, Udofia, the foul line, Jay. He sinks the jumper.
And shoot that, but a smart play by Shaw. He didn't have his feet underneath him, but he saw the open teammate. It was like a hot potato.
BAIRSTOW, he'll try a triple. Rattles out, no good. Tipped around, Williams down low for Jared Shaw, who trips over his own feet. And it is his third. Johnson straightaway three, short, tipped around. Jones, Baker comes up with it instead.
Well, Hobson kind of fell asleep, just let Orlando Johnson sprint from the corner right to the top of the key to get a wide open three.
Hobson lobs it down low. Extra pass, Udofia from Orton. Season high 14 for him.
Smart play by Udofia. He saw a crowd around Daniel Orton, so he just cuts right to the basket to get the layup.
Now has to guard the much bigger Cameron BAIRSTOW, who just bullies him on the block.
He's not going to back down from that challenge, though, but you're absolutely right. That is not an easy guard for Udofia. He probably is going to need some help, whether it be a big post-to-post double or a guard digging down low.
Orton with 11 points, has it right now, spins on Ndoye, kicks it out. Baker, one dribble off the pump fake, pulls it up and puts it in. Oh, that's his second assist in about 2 minutes. He also has 6 blocks, one shy of tying the C-Dubs record. Off the side of the backboard for Orlando Johnson, but Sykes averaging 10.5 points and 3.8 assists per game on the young season. Hobson backing him down a tad to the right way.
The old 6'7" versus 5'10" point guard matchup. Good job by Sykes fighting over all these screens.
Hobson to the hoop, runner no, gets it back, wanted contact and didn't get the call. 7 seconds left, McKamey racing the other way. Off for Udofia, over Shaw, lays it up and in. Wanted the and one, 3.4 seconds to go. The home run pass is tipped and stolen by Sykes, and he will save his shooting percentage. Cruz Rock to start the fourth. Here's Verdell Jones. He's working on his 7-point game, averaging 5.8 per contest, so that average will go north.
Good defense from Udofia, preventing that backdoor layup for Williams. That's what Santa Cruz was trying to get.
Pick and roll with Vereen doesn't quite work. Vereen now 0 for 2.
It's so tough to guard Elliot Williams on one side of the floor. He comes off of 2 screens at the top of the key. Then you hit the guy at the top of the key, and Williams goes backdoor.
BAIRSTOW lofts it in.
Nice touch from the big man.
Yeah, that's a tough shot right there. BAIRSTOW now in double digits with 10. It's a 2-point lead for Austin. Williams into the corner. Jones, shot fake, down low. Vereen, head fake, puts it up, no, and does not go. Now Santa Cruz needs a stop to keep it within 1 score. BAIRSTOW backing down on Vereen, not going to give up any ground, forces the turnaround that misses. And sets a big screen on McKamey. Hobson down low, Vereen up close and personal and finishes.
Vicious screen to free up Hobson to be able to get into the paint. And then we see Vereen able to convert after missing a couple bunnies earlier tonight.
Backdoor for Sykes. He misses. Might have been deflected by Udofia. Numbers for Santa Cruz. Hobson drops it off. Jawan Staten didn't have good control of it. Williams, an open 18-footer, splashes it down. Santa Cruz on.
Did not see who got caught up on that screen, but a breakdown at the last second.
Hobson wanted Williams to go backdoor and have Vereen clear out. Here's Williams working from the wing, go almost threw it away. Hobson from the foul line, that's an air ball and out of bounds off Austin. Hobson inbound, gets it to Williams, wide open look from the short corner and he rattles it down.
Well, if you're Austin. And he just popped right to the basketball and everyone left him.
90-89 Santa Cruz, 3 minutes to go. Bairstow left block working on Vereen, spins inside, tough shot, too strong, tapped in by Orlando Johnson. Another O-Reb for the Spurs. That's their 13th carom collected off their own misses. Staten right angle. 10 to shoot. Working on Thomas, crossover, foul line, Jay off the mark. And McCamey loses it out of bounds, last touched by Darrington Hobson.
And
2:06 to go, Staten up top right side.
And it'll be interesting to see, is Daniel Orton going to come back into this game, or is Casey Hill going to finish it with Vereen?
Williams holding, 7 to shoot, under 2 to play. Screen from Vereen. Pulls up, 18-footer, an air ball. Goes 1 for 2. Staten up top. Pass to Udofia, gets it back. Does Staten. At the foul line. Looking to post up Udofia. Now puts it on the floor still and brings it back out. Looking for Orton, 5 to shoot. Throws it over to Hobson. He has to go. Back to Staten. Contested jumper. Splashes in over Bairstow. Austin undefeated so far. Williams posts up Orton.
Well, Orton could have been called for the sticking your butt out screen.
Staten looking for Williams. 8 to shoot for Santa Cruz. Here comes the ball screen from Udofia. Off to Staten. Long 2 in the air. Too strong. McCamey the rebound. 0.4 to play. McCamey gets the inbounds. Manned loosely by Staten. 2 high ball screens to choose from. Instead tries to dump it into the high post for Endoy. Gets it back, 7 to shoot for McCamey. Draws a double, runs into Orton. Cross-court feed, goes to Bairstow. Down the lane with 1 on the clock. Wide of the mark, tipped around and controlled by Daniel Orton. Santa Cruz calls time.
And the clock is still running, and they're going to definitely go to the
here. It goes to Staten, 3 seconds left. He has to go, crossover, dishes to Udofia, corner jumper, at the horn, it's good! Chris Udofia, oh my! He